the One Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Looking very smart.
Much more packed in here than usual, I
Yeah,
must
that's
say.
strange, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From nowhere.
I wasn't sure you had an audience with this show.
Well, tonight...
Most nights it's just a bloke with a tape recorder, just cheering noise, but yeah, they've come from nowhere.
Well, big news yesterday, of course, wedding bells in the royal household. Congratulations, of course, to Prince William and Kate. But Diana, Princess Diana, was a massive fan of yours, wasn't she? I think we've got a picture here. So how many times did you meet her then? Did she come to any of your concerts?
Di's Big Date, that was at the Dominion Theatre. Yeah. You can get, I think there's a bootleg album of it. It's called Di's Big Date.
But that's quite a famous picture by now. This one you've seen quite a lot, isn't it?
What did she say to you when she met you?
We were sworn to secrecy.
Of course.
Immediately after we finished talking to her, a man came around and made us sign the official secrets act.
Not allowed to. She was a big fan, but you're not allowed to tell anyone.
Yeah.
And you met William, of course, and Harry. There's a good picture of Harry with an empty champagne glass and William still. If you got asked to play the royal wedding, would that be? Would you fancy that? Would that be a gig you can't turn down next year?
Weddings.
Oh, we do weddings.
Yeah,
we're very available for weddings.
Any of them, not even royal weddings, just fair enough. Well, we're going to chat about your new single later on. And as a tribute to the guys, we want to hear from all you 80s wild childs out there who had their photo taken with Duran Duran back in the day. So let us know if you've got a picture. We want them, but we want the old ones as well, don't we?
Yeah,
Really
it's
want
quite specific, this, really.
It is, but we'll just see if we want some mad hairdos.
We're going to go for it.
Yeah.
We send the pictures to the One Show at bbc.co.uk.
Now, thanks, Joe, and of course our thoughts are with the Chandlers at this difficult time.
Now, during the 80s, you guys were the biggest band in the world. Is that fair to say? Yeah, you're not going to deny
Very
that,
fair.
I'm reading what you're going to say next.
I don't even need that. I'm just looking right at you. Right. Then you disappeared for a while.
Eyes,
then you came back, and you're huge again, of course. And now you work with Mark Ronson with this latest album. He's obviously worked with lots of successful modern artists.
Yeah.
What is it about a music producer that is so important?
Well, you've got somebody who can stand outside of the group and who can make decisions when all four of us are arguing.
Right.
Somebody who can bring the best out of us. When you're inside a group, it's often you're too close to it to be able to see the way sometimes, and you need somebody with a vision. And Mark's a fan. He had a very clear idea of what he wanted to do with this album. He said, you guys. He felt that we went wrong after Rio.
Yes.
And
it's a bit of a harsh.
We had to do a lot of backtracking.
It's a brave thing to say.
And he said,
I
want to make the follow-up album to Rio that should have been made, and he was very clear about that, and he had a practical way of making that happen, and it was great working with him because he kind of got us to do things we haven't done for a long time.
He's very old school in his approach, actually. He's very into...
Really? Because you wouldn't think so, because he's like the cool...
Right. And we'd worked with Timbaland on the last album, and Timbaland had been very hip-hop, very beats-oriented. Wasn't really... What's the thing when you're holding this thing with strings? He wasn't really quite sure what that was or what it did. But, Mark has come from, he's got this incredible history, and he... I don't know. As Simon said, we got to do things we didn't think we were going to do again.
Yeah, things that had I suggested singing a line a certain way, I might have felt a bit self-conscious about it. I might have felt it was a bit retro, a bit old school. Right. But Mark said, no, that's what people want to hear from you.
Yeah, well, that's it. There's a certain sound, isn't there? And people like it and love it, so why change it? Yeah.
But Duran Duran have been going for 3 decades by now. How would you describe who Duran Duran are today?
Old.
I don't know how we're doing it, actually. I did this calculation that Rolling Stones were like 32 when they did Some Girls, and I kind of felt they were past it then, and we're clocking on considerably longer than that. I don't know, age isn't what it was, though, is it?
Exactly, age is just a number,
sort of 50's the new 30.
What about your fans, then?
20.
Yeah.
50's the new 20.
What about your fans, though? Are they still the core audience? Are you turning up to people who weren't even born when you were first?
There's some. We get new fans coming along board as well, and some of the old people who've been with us for the whole ride.
Yeah. Well, let's have a little listen to your new one. It's to download as well. That's pretty modern. Let's have
Can I just say this? It'll be available to download on the 14th
of December. Don't worry, I was going to say that, bad boys. Let's have a listen to All You Need Is Now.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'll give John and Roger a clap for wearing those T-shirts.
There's a wham moment.
Now, while we've been reading up on your last couple of days, you know, waiting for your arrival, and watching some of the old clips, some of the clips got me was this hysteria that seemed to follow you around, this screaming, just girls everywhere. I mean, what was that like at the time when that was happening?
Noisy.
Always noisy.
It was. I mean, it really was noisy. It was so noisy that
This is you landed at Manchester Airport, this.
Yeah.
You're not driving
But it
mad.
was like that when we were going on stage and trying performing.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really hear what we were doing at all.
We're still on medication for it, actually. But, you know, slowly, year by year, we're coming down. The doses are less and less every year.
Did it not get to a point where you just thought, I need a bit of quiet time, a little bit of quiet time to myself, or did you enjoy it? Did you get them to do it?
Very addictive, you know.
You have a little wiggle.
Very addictive, because you'd want the quiet and then it'd be too quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were very active at that time. We did a lot. We did a lot of work. We had a lot of parties. We had a lot of fun.
Lovely stuff. Well, we're going to talk